A pleasant day, everyone. I am Lanlin Johan Castro from Events Management Services Batch 1, 2025. I am truly honored to be standing here today to share my journey and my learning testimony from the events management training conducted at Mindtech Institute under the incredible mentorship, of course, of Miss Jinky Tenya. So, when I first enrolled in this program, I honestly didn't know what to expect. I knew I had a passion for organizing, planning, and creating memorable experiences. But this training, of course, this journey, it exceeded all of my expectations. The experience transformed not only how I view events management as a profession, but also how I see myself as an individual capable of growth, creativity, and leadership. So I'd like to start by expressing my deepest gratitude to Ms. Jinky Tenya, our trainer, our guide, and our biggest motivator throughout the training. Her dedication, patience, and wealth of knowledge made every session a meaningful one. She didn't just teach us the technicalities of event planning, but she inspired us to aim higher, think bigger, and of course, believe in ourselves. One of the key highlights of our training was the portfolio project, which Miss Jinky assigned to us. And of course, we were challenged to create three different types of portfolios. The first one is personal portfolio, corporate portfolio, and sports portfolio. At first, it looks overwhelming, but looking back now, I realize how each one played vital role in shaping our skills and expanding our perspective in the events management industry. So first, for the sports event portfolio, it taught us how to handle high energy, high pressure environment where time management and of course coordination is crucial. Next is the professional event portfolio. It gives us the freedom to be creative and express our individuality. It reminds us that every event, no matter how small or how big it is, it can be a reflection of love, culture, and passion. So for the corporate portfolio, it taught us professionalism and attention to detail. It showed us how to meet the client expectations and align with branding and ensure that each element of an event supports a larger goal. These projects pushed us to go out of our comfort zones, to research, to collaborate, and to innovate. And I truly believe that these are the skills that will carry us moving forward in this kind of industry. I also want to acknowledge the amazing group which I was part of course, during the training. We learned so much not only from our lessons, but also from each other. We shared ideas, solved problems, and most importantly, we supported one another. There were moments of stress, of course, but there are also laughter, growth, and genuine connections. So, to my group, thank you for being part of this unforgettable journey. Of course, there were challenges. There were days when workload felt like too much or when it felt easier to give up. But I kept going. I am inspired by the dedication of Miss Jinky, the reputation and nurturing environment of Mindtech, and of course, the dream that I've always carried off, becoming someone who creates impact through events. I was inspired by my fellow trainees, by our shared dreams, and by the belief that if we finish this journey, we're not just completing a training, we are stepping into a bigger world of opportunities. This training taught me that events management is not just about decorations or programs, it's about people, it's about experiences, it's about telling a story, solving problems, and of course, creating moments that people will remember forever. So now, as I share this testimony, I don't just feel like a graduate. I feel like a professional ready to take on the events world. To Miss Jinky Tenya, thank you for being the spark that ignited our confidence. And also to Mindtech, thank you for being the platform that elevated our skills. And lastly, to my group mates, thank you for walking this journey with me. And to everyone, thank you for celebrating this milestone with us. The journey doesn't end here, it begins here. Thank you, everyone, and may we all continue to grow and shine in whatever events life throws in our way. Thank you, and have a great day.